Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and you are not going to believe these custom planner spreads today. Let's go! So today I am working on 3 more custom planner spreads for my top tier of Patreon, and they are just the most fun themes. I think you're going to really like how these come out. So we have Shannon, who uses a classic vertical, and she asked for a graduation theme. Her stepson is graduating in May, and so we're going to celebrate that in her planner. Denise is watching her little nephew, and she actually asked for a toddler toy themed spread, and we are going to see if we can make that work as well. And then Debbie asked for a layout for her creative journal, and she wanted a princess kind of junk journal feel, and I'm super excited to use some fun elements on that spread for her. So I will end up linking everything that I used down in the description box below. Otherwise, I will put you on fast forward. Let's go. All right, first up is Shannon's spread, and her stepson is graduating high school, and so I think it's so fun to get to celebrate that in your planner. I went to Hobby Lobby and picked up a few stickers and some graduation themed paper. There's all kinds of ways to get custom stickers for your planner. You can look on Etsy and purchase files that artists have illustrated, and that's a great way to support some small business artists. You can look on places like Creative Market. That's another place I like to look for images, and you can just go to your local craft stores. Dollar Tree is another great place as well. Sometimes I like to cut up greeting cards from the Dollar Tree. That's a wonderful way to get some really specific themed images for very inexpensive. But I picked up this scrapbook paper. That's going to be the back, and then I have the vertical boxes cut out of some extra sheets. We're going to go with the colors red and gray and black and white on this to fit the school colors. I've pulled out the Live Love Posh Florals sticker book. This book is so fabulous because it is so functional as well as just beautiful with all the florals. So they have all the days of the week in these gorgeous colors. So we're going to add that back to the top. I've also pulled out Mojo Jojo's dated sticker book. It's one of my favorite dating sticker books. I think it's just really, really, really functional. And it has just so many options in it. So I'm going to use that. I'm trying to double check and make sure that I have the right dates. So let's put these here at the top. How cute are those? Love that. All right, now the basics of the spread are ready to go. Let's play with some of the decorative pieces. So these stickers I have are a little bit larger, and I wanted to give some places for Shannon to possibly use this as a memory spread as well. So what I was thinking was that this double box could either be the details of the graduation day, or you could print out a small picture of the graduate and put his picture right there. So I'm actually going to spell out the name of the school, Sundance High School. I'm using clear alpha stickers from Hell of a Plan. These are fantastic. Look how well they fit together. Isn't that amazing? So I'm using the sticker guide to make sure that I can line up all of the letters, and it just looks like one long word. I think that is fantastic. So we're going to spell out Sundance, HS, and then I actually am going to cut out the dots for the eyes, and those are going to be my periods for the abbreviation of high school. So we'll just get that there. And then I thought in that box, that could be kind of the celebration. You could do, like I said, you could use it as a memory planner in that you could record all the details of the actual day, or you could add a picture in there. And let's play with some of the stickers. Again, I picked these up at Hobby Lobby. It's always great to catch those sales when Paper Studio is 50% off. So that's what I did in this case to get a great sale. And I knew I was going to have a lot of big stickers on here, so I want to include plenty of places for Shannon to have kind of checklists, things that are going to be going on. You know that the week of graduation is busy for everybody involved, not just the graduate, but all of the family members. There's always things going on. So I knew she would need a really functional spread, as well as a really festive one. When I am planning out boxes for my patrons, I don't always know specific dates of specific meetings and things like that. Sometimes they send to me. Sometimes they do not. And so I try to make sure that there's at least one box on every day. I try to do a couple of different checklists. You can see I did decide to use some silver foil stickers. I'm using red boxes from Live Love Posh. The red floral sticker book has both boxes and florals. And then I'm using silver foiled boxes from the Rainbow Mega sticker book from the Happy Planner. So far in this spread, I've used the Live Love Posh sticker book, Kelva Plan, Mojo Jojo. It's gonna be crazy. Plus 2 different sets of stickers, plus some scrapbook paper. So we're like pulling out everything but the kitchen sink in this particular spread. But I think it's important. Celebrating a graduation is a big deal. So pull out all of the stops for sure. All right, so we got our Sundance High School. Let's get that in there. We got some functional boxes down on the spread, and I thought let's highlight this big box right here even more with this really large Sundance High School grad. So see how it would be perfect to just put a little picture of him right there, and we'll do the cap and gown. This is kind of the celebration corner over here. I've had a little bit of trouble fitting in the gown. I couldn't move the gown down anymore once I'd put it down on the paper. That's okay. Let's put the little diploma, and then we're going to play with the stars. These kind of started to tear when I was taking. It's a different kind of material what was being used. These are scrapbooking stickers, not necessarily planning stickers. I mean, there's no rules. You can put stickers wherever, but those were tearing a little bit. So I struggled a little bit with the stars, but they did help fill in the space. All right, adding a few checklists where I can. I kind of want to move this box down, so I'm off screen very, very, very carefully, removing this silver foil box and this red box. I want to shift them down because I want the checklist to be on Friday and not on Saturday, just for balance purposes. So it tore a tiny little bit of the paper. That's okay. It's still going to be pretty functional. And let's play with a little more decorative stickers here. So trying to use them all up as best I can because I think they're so cute and I think they go really well. And you can see how it just fills in the spread. It's a wonderful way to celebrate something big that's happening in your life, is to do that kind of custom planner spread feel. And then that's really fun to look back on after the fact. All right, I'm getting as much as I can on this page, but this one is pretty much wrapped up. Shannon, I hope you like this spread. I'm super pleased with how this one came out. I think it is a really festive spread, and I think it'll be a great way to celebrate such an amazing accomplishment. One last big star, because you know I can't resist completely filling a spread. It's got to be like full, all the way full. Let's put that last star on there, and done. All right, next up is a big vertical spread for Denise. And Denise challenged me because she asked for a spread with toddler toys on it. She is watching her sweet little nephew in the month of May, and she wanted a spread kind of celebrating all of the fun that they would have together. I looked and looked for toddler toy stickers. I was thinking like Fisher Price, Little People, like that kind of feel. Didn't really find any stickers or images that I absolutely loved. So I went a slightly different direction, and I'm hoping Denise will still like it. We're doing a fun splattered background. Again, I just trimmed out boxes from extra planners that I had on hand, and I like this paper because it feels like art that you would make as a toddler, and I think making art with toddlers is super fun. So I've pulled out that, and then I was thinking we're gonna do kind of a stuffed animal theme. You'll see that come together in a minute. First, I'm going to add the dates. This is actually dated stickers from Kelva Plan. I love her dated. I think dating sticker books are so handy. I like to gather as many as possible because I like having options. In this case, I'm doing really large numbers, and then I'm actually going to pull out the days of the week from an Agenda 52 sticker book. See, I just pick up all of the dating sticker books, and just to change up the look from what we maybe normally would see, I'm going to take the days of the week right here in this dark green and turn them on their sides. Why not? Let's just change up what this looks like. I thought blue and green was perfect for her nephew, and I thought this would be a fun way to just create a different look compared to what would normally be in Denise's planner. And that's, again, one of the fun parts about doing a custom spread like this is you can change up the look completely, especially when you're trimming out the boxes and adding in the paper in the background. So these are the stickers I picked up. They are foiled stickers. Now I moved them off screen so you can't see them, but they're foiled stickers, and they're all animals, but they're like cartoony animals. They definitely have a feel to me like a Beanie Baby, like a stuffed animal type look to them. And so that's what we're going with, as like fun with stuffed animals, fun with pretend, and we're going to use some big colorful journaling boxes. These are actually what you would call tip-ins. These are made for journaling purposes, and you would use washi tape to kind of tape them into your journal. However, I thought the big bold shapes and the bright colors would be perfect for like a child's theme. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to get these down on the spread. These are going to serve as the functional boxes for the most part on the spread. You'll see a few more pop in, but this will be a different way to kind of look at your spread, Denise, and figure out where things might fit, where things might go. It's fun to have these oversized boxes, even on an oversized, big vertical spread. I think it still works, and I think it's going to be cool, and it's a neat juxtaposition with the size of the animal stickers that you're going to see pop on here in a moment. So let's get all of the shapes down, and then let's start playing with our animals. I've pulled back out the Rainbow Mega Sticker Book, Rainbow Boxes Mega Sticker Book, just to get a sidebar, and we're going to start with our little lion up here. My goal is to nestle all of the animals around these different journaling spots. So I don't want animals just hanging out on their own. They are like connecting the different spots together. So look at the sweet giraffe. I was also aiming for colors. So the koala bear, they're like climbing up the arrow. How stinking cute is that? I just think these are so fun. They remind me of all of the little stuffies that my kiddos loved and treasured growing up. The elephant ones have a special place in my heart because my daughter loves elephants, and her favorite stuffed animal of all time is an elephant named Sandy, and Sandy still hangs out with her. So I absolutely love it. How sweet are these? It definitely gives me little kid feel. I think it'll be a fun thing. And little boys and little girls, everyone loves to pretend to play jungle and animals and make all the animal sounds and just have fun with that. So we're going to embrace that. We have our little snake. I think the arrow over on the right is my favorite, with the koala bears climbing up, the snake climbing down. And you can see, I'm like, where else can I put these? I'm actually going to end up sending all of these extra stickers to Denise because maybe her nephew would like to play with them, and he might like to see the planner spread. I have found that kids love to see these brightly decorated spreads. They think it is so fun, and it's fun to let them add to it. I know that might be a little much if they like scribble on it, but I think it's a special little memory keeping situation as well. So I've pulled out the big pastel boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans. Just add a few more functional boxes around the page to make sure Denise has plenty of places to write. I was kind of thinking the larger shapes would be more checklist type situations, and the gray boxes would be a little bit more of a schedule place, like a place to put schedules and appointments and things like that. And last but not least, I reached deep into my sticker drawer and pulled out this book from Shamel, from American Crafts. It is an old book. I doubt it is made anymore, but I thought these bright colored words that say love, wonder, smile, sweet, super, I thought these were great words for toddlers. So I'm just going to place them around the page just to give a little interest, add a little something extra. That one kind of slipped out of my hands, but it landed in the perfect place. And I think that's going to be it. I'm just making sure. Anything else? Nope. That is a great spread. I hope you enjoy it, Denise. And last up today is Debbie. And Debbie likes to challenge me to create spreads for her creative journal, which she does in a big sized notebook. And this month she challenged me to the max. She asked for a Disney princess theme. Check, I can do that. A junk journal feel. Okay, I got that. Then she took it one step farther and asked for a little bit of mixed media. She asked if I could include some watercolor, maybe even some fabric. And so I'm going to attempt to include all of that in this spread. We're starting out with a little stencil. This one, in all honesty, doesn't go well. This particular stencil and the shading, it was too light. That's okay. I'm going to go back and fix it later. What I've done is pulled out these more modern looking Disney princesses, and I am pairing them with journaling cards from Illustrated Faith. Now you can't really tell on camera, but all of the journaling cards, the lines on those cards, the grid lines, kind of coordinate with the princess. So for instance, that one with Snow White has a nice yellow look to it, and then we'll have Aurora kind of move over here. Rapunzel, I don't think she ends up making it on the page. I think Rapunzel gets put back. Little Mermaid, my favorite, totally looks like she should be sitting on a card, so that's what we're going to do. Yes, I tore her tail. She survived. We did a little sticker surgery. It'll all be okay. But she has a journaling card that has that kind of light green plus signs all over it. Let's get the card down, and then let's see if we can fix Ariel. Yep, right in there. We'll trim that off in a minute. And then I really wanted that Rapunzel, but it wasn't working on the page. It was so big. I just couldn't figure out. So that one's going back down. Let's pull out Aurora and put her Sleeping Beauty right over here with some gorgeous pink grid. Journaling card down first, and then the princess. So those are the three princesses that are going to be featured on this page. And now I'm going to take a second to kind of figure out that stenciling and see if I can make that work just a little bit better. I loved the idea of the stars kind of behind the princesses, swirling around them, connecting them all. So I'm just trying to reposition the stencil where it was, get it lined up, and I'm going to go in with a little bit more ink, same color. This is Spun Sugar, a very light pink, but just to give those stars a little more definition. It was just too light, and I think that's why it wasn't working well. So we're going to add it to Snow White. Let's have it coming from behind Ariel. I like just the sweeping motion too of the stars. Instead of just stagnant stars, these are obviously in motion, and they're fun to kind of see how they're going to work around each other. And then let's add it up here with Sleeping Beauty. Again, this is just Distress Oxide ink and a blending brush through the stencil. These are fabulous to add into your planner, especially the lighter inks. You can add a lot of interesting decoration, but you can still write over the top of it. So I think that is fantastic. All right, let's add some washi tape. I think this gives it the junk journal-y spread feel, just because it feels like stuff is just taped in. I chose 3 different grid washi tapes that coordinate with each of those princesses and the colors that are on the card. And then I have this big alpha. So this is actually an iron-on letter D. I thought it could be D for Debbie, D for Disney, D for whatever she wants it to be, but I decided to go ahead and include it because even though it has a little bit more dimension than I would normally add into a planner, I figured it's her creative journal, so why not go for it? You can see I'm also trimming out these little rainbows from some fabric that I had in my stash. I used this fabric, geez, I think in 2020. I used it a while ago for some decoration in my old craft room, and I have plenty of it left, so I thought these rainbows would be fun because I always love a spread with rainbows. So I'm going to figure out where those might go. One of them got pretty crunchy right there. So I'm going to figure out where those might go. And then I thought I need to do some watercolor. Denise had asked for watercolor. I'm going to use the smush method. So this is watercolor on some clear plastic packaging. Just, you know, the random packaging that you get with your stickers and things like that. You put the watercolor on the packaging and then you smush it down onto the page. And I'm doing that with the 3 colors. We're going to do this kind of bluish green. We'll do yellow over near Snow White, and then we'll add pink near Aurora, just to create, again, a fun mixed media feel, easy to write over the top of. It's not going to be, you know, anything she can't still journal on, but it creates a neat background, and I like the dimension it adds coming in and out of the stars. Always quotes in a creative journal, always, always be true, be you. Loving the journey around the Little Mermaid over there. Again, we're going with the colors, making sure everything lines up. And then let's find a quote that'll go well with Snow White. This one kind of stuck on itself, and I struggled a little bit because I had re-stuck it down from a while ago and it didn't end up in the right place. So anyway, Snow White is going to be about kindness, radiate kindness. There we go. So 3 quotes ready to go. And then I got to get those arrows down. To put the arrows on the page, I'm actually going to use Fabri-Tac glue, which works really well for anything fabric. And I'm going to use the same for the Disney D, and we'll layer a couple of rainbows behind the D as well. Once we get everything attached, that is going to be it for Debbie's Disney Princess Junk Journal Mixed Media Feel Creative Planner Spread. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoy seeing how these custom spreads can really like push the limits. They get a little crazy, and I think that's what makes them fun. And I hope it encourages you to try some new things in your planner, in your creative journals. You know, just go for it. Just look up some fun themes, some fun images, and see what you can create. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I will link all of the supplies that I used down in the description box below, so feel free to check those out. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. Thank you all for always inspiring me and for inspiring each other. If you are looking for a creative community to be a part of, Patreon might just be the place for you, so you can check out the link for that in the description box below as well. All right, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.